Hello and welcome to my opinion video of Minecraft Dungeons. Now, before we start, please bear in mind that I greatly enjoy the game, but a few things that can be different would make the game on a much more epic scale. Minecraft Dungeons is an action RPG game that is designed to allow young casuals enjoy the game just as much as a hardcore player would. It is a fine balance that Mojang has achieved to allow for many Minecraft fans to enjoy this style of game. The game itself is in a good position. The number of enemies works perfectly for an action RPG. Difficulty matches the power numbers, so there isn't much of a mystery for when you're going into a map. And when you die, you know it is your fault for the mistakes you made, and it's not so much an overpowered game mechanic. Unfortunately, I put that in soft quotations because first form of the final boss summoning goddamn redstone golems. Yeah, that's dumb. At least have the redstone golem disappear once you start phase 2. That's just unfair. The game itself has a lot of RNG elements. You have a random gear level anytime gear drops. You have the random gear itself for what it is, for type and whatnot. And then you also have random enchantments on top of the gear. Now, with so much RNG, you can't really make a build. You can't really go for that until you get to a higher level. Everything's unique and you replace things quickly and often. To make this a little less seem like it's random, you should probably have a more expensive blacksmith with an option to choose a gear type, such as melee, armor, or ranged. Now, one thing that I've heard a couple people complain about is screen adjustments. To be able to adjust where the safe zone of your screen is, because not two people have the same screen. I've known a couple of people who say they can't see the bottom at all, so they're unable to see their soul bar or their experience bar, which would make it quite hard for them to use any kind of soul artifact. Now, while we're on the HUD aspect of things, a minimap would be a godsend. Being able to have a rough idea of travel would be fantastic. The overlay map, it's alright, it's there, you're able to see everything and whatnot, but it kind of gets in the way of like the game itself when you're trying to physically be in depth. Just having a small mini-map on the bottom left-hand corner, there's plenty of space for it, and it would make all the difference. Either that, or have the pull-up one that you do, have the secrets and the chest counter there, or on the large menu map, being able to scroll would probably also be phenomenal to have. Now, every other issue that I have can all be tied into this one singular thing that I don't understand why they did this. I mean, they have space for it, but having attack and interact as the same button has led to many problems trying to not only fight your way through, but also trying to share items such as arrows or food. It makes pickups impossible to really share because the moment it drops, you pick it up because you're attacking the enemy in front of you. So you can't give the food to, your weakest party member. You can't leave the arrows for your ranged character to be able to use it. When your team dies, you can't hit away the enemies. No, you start reviving and you take a beating because of it. I mean, night is already overpowered as it is. You get more mobs, you have phantoms after a certain time frame, and it just keeps getting harder and harder. So to really fix this, the easiest and most simple way is to just separate the buttons. As I've said, if you look in the controller map, there's a free button. There's no point to not have them separated. If it is impossible for that to happen, they can have consumables drop differently for each player, like how gear does, or at least allow the option to drop arrows for your teammates. If you make it this far, thank you for listening to my banter. If you like my videos, I tried something a little different here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a like, comment, and be on the lookout for my next Minecraft Dungeons video. It's going to be a tips and tricks, and it should be out within the week.
You found the ancient desert temple.